Mick Cronin about atmosphere. He said, Coach, it's one of the most difficult places he's gone into as a coach. So, and Memphis was a great environment, and I think it's, although we lost to Memphis, I broke down the film. It was a great basketball game, and in all three of our losses this year to conference play, we've had a lead late in the game and haven't been able to hold on to it. And I tried to break down the last 4 minutes of each of those games to see if there's a common denominator. And one of the things that we're not doing is we're not getting stops and we're fouling them. Obviously, we made a mishap in going under a three-point shooter, but we've been putting them to the line in the final minutes of play and not getting stops, and that's the common denominator in all three losses. So we got to dig in a little bit more at the end of games, whether it's home or away, doesn't matter. We did not blow a golden opportunity on the road because we played well. We blew a golden opportunity at home in those games. That's when you have to win those games. But that being said, Memphis is a very similar team to us, very quick guards, and our inability to stop their guards at the end of the game was our demise. That being said, we know we're going into another tough game. I like our team very much. I think what you try to do to evaluate your team anytime going into the postseason is, are they playing up to their potential? And the answer without question is yes, they are. Matter of fact, I think Montrezl Harrell is playing as well as anybody in basketball right now, which is a good thing.
What did you see in the film from the final 450 or whatever it was in terms of offense for you guys?
Well, I would like to say that we should have got Montrez the ball, but to be honest with you, I got to figure out a way. I mean, playing him all these minutes obviously is proving huge results. I think I got to give him a little bit more of a break somehow. Now, that's the problem is, if Wayne's, say, not playing real well, that becomes a little bit of a problem in getting a break. So I may have to try some different things out there. Maybe try Van Treese and Mango if their power forwards are big.
Is that like I went back and watched it? I think he only had one post up and Luke reversed the ball in the opposite direction.
Yeah, Luke needed to get him the ball, and he didn't. On two separate occasions that we ran a play for Montrez, we needed to get him the ball. The other thing is Luke's shot was in and out. I mean, that three was down. It would have made a difference in the game. But we made a lot of Russ's fouls were major for us because you need Russ in the game. He's your best basketball player. You need him in the game, and he really made a bad fourth and fifth foul.
You mentioned Wayne not playing really well right now. What is he?
No, I mean, in terms of if you're going against a 6'9", 6'10" guy, it's difficult on him.
Okay.
As tough as the loss was, how valuable is a game like that this late in the season?
I think when you go into that type of environment, were you there?
No.
Okay. The environment was like Connecticut, like Kentucky, like in this one. I think it makes you mentally a better basketball team, makes you tougher. Because you got to dig in. On every call, they were on top of us, and that's the way it's going to be in the tournament. I mean, we're having a tough time selling, 1,800 tickets, 1,600. Yeah. We're having a tough time. So if we're having a tough time, then the rest of the teams in the league are having a tough time. And what the whole place is going to be. It's going to be Memphis. Right. When you get to that semifinal, final game, if you're lucky enough to get there, it's going to be. It's not going to be. It's not Cincinnati fans, not Louisville fans. It's going to be Memphis fans. So.
As crazy as Cincinnati and the other day was tomorrow night, with a smaller crowd, sometimes it's even worse, isn't it? With a smaller place.
They tell me it's bedlam. Mm-hmm. He said they're not giving you Dallas, Texas hospitality.
You've coached against Larry before, and you know him. He won at Kansas, he won at UCLA, he won in the NBA, the ABA. How's he able to do that? What makes him such a good coach?
He's a great teacher of basketball. He's like a professor. He's somebody that has years of, he loves teaching, has the experience of how to teach it, and he's equally as good on offense as he is on defense. So his teams statistically are great at both areas. They really execute a defensive game plan, they execute an offensive game plan.
And he doesn't have the greatest talent in the league.
He's got very good talent. He doesn't have, I'm not sure outside of the certain backcourts, you know, it's a matter of the reason we're a good basketball team is, you know, guys are improving, guys are getting better, and you know, Russ, this is, as I said last week, this is going to be maybe the winningest class in Louisville history. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And it was last year. I mean, look at what these guys, 35 wins, 30 wins the year before, going up to 25, 26 here possibly. So it's these guys are conditioned to win, and that's what happens when Larry and then his next year's team will be even better. Next year's team will be really good.
They've won 3 in a row. What's impressed you about that stretch for them?
Well, they're 16 or 17 and 0 at home. You know, that's like Cincinnati, who was 17 and 0. Very impressive, and obviously they play great basketball at home. And you know, we're going to have to play awfully well on the road to win. But we put ourselves in a situation to win that Memphis game, and we didn't get the stops. It came down to that's why I always hop on defense. See, you can say what you want about offense. Luke's shot goes in and out. You miss a free throw. You don't go inside. You can make all the. You can break it down and make give all the excuses or reasons, whichever one. If you're a positive person, you say reasons. If you're a negative person, you say excuses. But you can come up with all those things. But your defense always has a chance to stop people, and we didn't get our stops, and that's what I hopped on with the team. We didn't get our stops, and that's why I was upset that they celebrated when they had a lead. You can't celebrate.